Hey everyone, in this video I'll be talking about the iSDT SC608 battery charger. I've been looking for a field charger for a while and I'm glad I waited for this. So don't let the size fool you. The SC608 is a full-featured charger in a tiny package. It can charge, discharge, store. It works with LiPo batteries, high voltage LiPo, lithium iron phosphate, and lithium ion 1 to 6S. It works with nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium 1 to 18S, and it works with lead acid batteries 1 to 12S. It takes an input voltage of 9 to 32 volts and can output up to 30 volts. It can charge, the charge current is 0.1 amp to 8 amps, which is pretty high for a charger this size. And it can discharge from 0.1 amp to 3 amps. It's got a 2.4 inch 320 by 240 IPS LCD screen that looks good even in sunlight. It's still pretty easy to read, and it takes an XT60 connector on the input and on the output, and it's got the balance lead right here. It's got a built-in fan. Dimensions are 88 by 58 by 21 millimeters, or 3.4 by 2.2 by 0.8 inches. So you can see this thing is pretty small, and it only weighs 110 grams. So originally I was going to go with the High-Tech X2 AC/DC 2-port charger. It's a great charger, but it's more than I need for my purposes, and that's a charger and power source that I can keep in my low pro quad guard backpack for just in case. I wanted to be able to charge batteries anywhere without relying on an AC plug or lug around a big car battery. The X4, the High-Tech H4 is not a huge charger, but there's no way I could fit the X4 with a car battery in my backpack with all my other gear. So that's why I love the XC608. This thing is tiny. I can put this in my backpack and not even notice it. I use this Tattoo 5 amp 4S battery for the power source. So this is how you use a charger. So you plug in your source on the input, and then you plug in the battery you want to charge. This is a 4S 1550 milliamp R-line battery. You just plug in the XT60, and then the balance lead goes in here, and then it tells you the individual voltages of each cell in the battery and the current. I don't know if you can see that. Let me darken it a little bit. There, you can see the screen better now. So it shows you the individual voltages of each cell, and then that's the battery voltage, total battery voltage. Now to charge, push this, and then you select what you want to do. Charge, discharge, store. I'm going to charge, and then here you select your battery, and then select the number of cells. I'm using 4 cell, and then charge current. So the charge current, you usually set it to the capacity of whatever battery. If you're using a 1300 milliamp, you would choose 1.3. But since this is a 1550, normally you would charge at 1.5, but I like to use just a little bit lower charge current, because if you charge at a lower charge current, it extends the life of your battery. So if you're not in a rush or anything, I would highly recommend charging at a lower charge current than the capacity of your battery. So anyways, you select the current, and then you just push start. And that's it. So this is showing you the charge current right now, and then this one is how many milliamps it's put into the battery. So you can see this screen, it shows you individual voltages, and if you scroll down, okay, so this one, the top one is the voltage of your source battery, and then the bottom one is of the voltage of the charge battery. So you can see it's a pretty easy to use charger. So I'm gonna stop this and then unplug real quick, and then kind of go through the settings. And then to get into the settings menu of the charger, you just push and hold a button. So you can set the max input power, your minimum input voltage. That's telling you to give you a warning when your source battery is too low. So if you're using like a 3S battery, you would set that to like 10.2 or whatever you want. But since this is 4S, I just set it to 13.5 because you can only go in increments of half a volt. And then you can choose backlight, volume, and then I see a lot of people complaining about this charger because when they get it, it's in like a different language, but you can easily just go back and change the language to whatever you want. So you just push the setting, and then it's like, it's the first one with the option. So pretty easy to do. So that's how you use the charger. So I use this 5 amp battery, and I can charge about 4S 1550 R lines or 5 13 milliamp 4S R lines before this battery hit the low battery threshold. On a 4S 5 amp is around 13.8 or something like that, and it takes about an hour to charge a battery, this 1550 battery, from dead to fully charged. But you can always connect a parallel board and charge multiple batteries at once. So the SC608 is a 150 watt charger, so it can easily handle parallel charging multiple batteries with no problem. So I chose this 5 amp battery because it's a good balance between number of charges and portability. I can toss this battery and the charger in my bag, and it doesn't even take up a lot of room. Just one thing to note is that the input voltage is 9 to 32 volts for the source, so you have to use at least, so if you're using a LiPo battery, you have to use at least a 3S battery. Yeah, so if you want more charges, you can always just get a bigger battery. I've seen them go as high as like 16 amps. So if you're looking for a small, portable, full-featured battery charger that you can take anywhere, I highly recommend the iSDT SC608. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.